Hello, fellow diecast enthusiasts. Today we're going to be looking at the Matchbox Group C Racer. Now, this one came in a lot of different paint colors, and I'll show you a few more of those in a little bit here. But basically, I really liked this one when it came out because I've always really been into cars, and I really love Porsches. And this is kind of a play on the Porsche 962, although obviously the wing's super different, but just that whole kind of style and motif of those Le Mans Group C race cars that they had during I think it was the early to mid 80s or so, something like that. And I just thought this was always a really cool car. One thing about it, it's cool. It's really wide compared to a lot of the other Matchbox cars out there, right? It's super wide. That also made it kind of a challenge to put in those little plastic, storage trays in those cases and everything when it came out. So kind of interesting, kind of a little quirky there about the size, of it. But it does give it that kind of low, hunkered down race car look with it being so wide and everything. Really kind of a cool style, I thought, back then. Nowadays it looks a little cartoony to me. And everything. But, interestingly, the wheels on this are pretty proportional to what the wheels would have been on the real car, whereas a lot of the Matchbox and Hot Wheels and everything that come out now have giant wheels on them. But anyway, so this is I think this is the first variant of it with the Bass F Cassettes paint job. And then later on, they came out with some other ones. So here, let's take a look at those. So I'll set this over here. So I think one of the other earlier ones was this white and black one. Now, I think out of all of them, this is probably my favorite. I sort of like that Darth Vader look to cars. I actually had a car with, a car with black wheels, and I did the whole kind of blacked out chrome thing on it. So this has kind of that Darth Vader look to it. It's kind of cool. Same base plate and everything. I think all of them pretty much had that. This has the same silver wheels as the original red one there. So then they also came out with this kind of blue variation, kind of a baby blue. If this one had that kind of Gulf motif to it, I would probably really dig it because I'm really into Gulf cars. I've got a big collection of those that I'll cover some of that in another video. But these are pretty cool in this color scheme. If this dark blue was orange, I would have been super stoked on the Gulf. Although back then I wasn't really into his Gulf when this came out. But anyway, so there's that variation. There's also this kind of Patriotic one that has a different set of wheels. And I found this one in an antique store. It actually, none of these, I don't have any of these old cars of mine in the packages or anything, but this one probably had a pretty cool package and kind of an interesting theme. Maybe it was a special edition or something. But yeah, kind of a cool style if you're into that America patriotic kind of look. And then lastly, they had this, I think these spoked wheels, I think they're called Road Blasters with that kind of spoked wheels. They run a little smoother. They are a little bouncier on the springs, and obviously, this one has those are pretty cool wheels, but I'll tell you, the color combination on this one with that yellow and orange and tan interior with the yellow always looks really weird, in my opinion, and the plastic wing doesn't really match anything. So it's not really the same color blue as the paint and stuff. But yeah, so I mean, I've been collecting, I don't seek these out too much, but whenever I see one in a new color, I pick it up. So right now I've just got these 5 and I'll be keeping an eye out for them. But yeah, definitely one of the cool Matchbox cars in my opinion. And really a neat car for those of you who are into those kind of like 80s Le Mans type cars and so forth. So yeah, thank you very much. Hope you like this video, and like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. I'd love to hear what you think of this one. Show pictures in your comments also if you can. If you haven't, or just let me know what other colors this comes in that you've seen and that you might have.